watch till the end of this video because I'm going to redo this painting on a much bigger canvas. This is just a little adorable 14 by 14 inch canvas, and I did that one with leftover paints, but I'm going to use iridescence and color shifting blues and maybe a little bit of green to do this painting. Okay, so let's do it. I'm going to use a black base. Okay, so now I'm sitting here debating how should I layer these. Now I do have my canvas on a spinner right here. I'm not going to spin this, but what I am going to do is I'm going to use it for the swipe, and you will see. When you put a layer of base paint this thick on, it's pretty thick, so yeah, bubbles are going to keep coming up. So you wait a little bit, pop them, wait a little bit, pop them. You don't want to overheat it because that can cause the paint to crack. So just be patient and, wait. Okay. I think that's good enough for now. Okay, so how am I going to layer these paints? All right, so this here is Pearlized Golden Green by Master's Touch. It's really shimmery, if you can see that. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is I want to do a nice circle going around, meaning I want to swipe in a circle. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start, let me start right here. I'm just going to put this right here in the center. I'm not going to use all of it just yet because I do want the colors to blend. Okay. All right, this is light blue. Liquitex light blue. I'll have it in the description. I'm only going to repeat that like 100 times. I'll have it in the description. All right. Start with a nice little circle. Okay, the last color I used was a light blue violet, and this is light blue permanent by Liquitex. All right. Okay. All right, now I have, this is my color shifting blue-green color by Folk Art. Look how cool that is. That is so cool. Can you see? Yeah, it's really cool. I'm going to put that in the center as well. Okay. And you know what? I'm just going to start the process over again. Why is it every single time I start a painting, I have to pee? Well, I'm just going to have to hold it. That ever happen to any of you guys? Just have to, you got your gloves on, you got the paint in front of you, and then you got to pee. I guess you forget these things when you're focused on the painting. Or is it just my ADD? Very possible. Okay, I'm going to spread a little bit of paint in each cup. Each of my paints are mixed with 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, except for the cell activator that I'm going to use, and I'll get into that. Now, all the paints that I used were liquid acrylic, except for these two, the Liquitex, the light blue permanent, and the light blue violet. These I added a little bit of water because these were not liquid acrylics. These were straight out of the tube. So I had to add a little bit of water to get the consistency the same with all the other paints. All right, and we have blue. Oh yeah, purple. Let's put the purple in there. Man, that purple is going to look badass when it dries. I can't wait. How's everybody doing today? I'm in Florida, in Orlando, Florida. It's like 50 degrees outside. And that for us with the humidity, believe it or not, is cold. But whatever, So anybody up in the north, don't judge. Don't judge. I know it's colder up there. Yeah, look at all these bubbles that came up. Okay, so I'm going to spread this just a bit. Okay, and I want to make sure this could do full circle without anything in the way for when I swipe. Okay. Oh, I'm going to make a big mess. I know it. All right, so before I swipe, okay, right here I have, this is iridescent blue-green, which is going to show up when it dries. All right, and this right here, because I want it to blend with the rest of the paints, I'm going to kind of just splatter this over, starting in the center, going all the way out like this. Because I think this is going to look really good when it dries. If anybody's worked with iridescents, yeah, they dry, and that's when the awesome result comes out. Okay, and you know what? Yeah, let's do a little bit around the edges as well. All right, let's make space. Pop the stupid bubbles. All right, guys. So here's my swipe tool, which is actually perfect size because this right here is about, what do you call it? I don't want to say the circumference, but the radius from here to here is perfect for this tool that I'm going to use. Okay. All right, so here's my cell activator. I'm using a Liquitex Mars Black with Australian Floetrol, and it's 1 part Mars Black by Liquitex and 3 parts Australian Floetrol. Okay, oh, and of course my paint here is about to tilt. I'm not ready for that yet. Sometimes you just want to talk to the paint and be like, oh my God, wait, just give me a moment, get in there. All right, and I've said this before in my previous videos, a lot of artists like to dip their swipe tool directly into the cell activator. I like to put it directly on because I have more control over how much paint I'm going to put on my tool. And generally, the more paint I put on here, the smaller the lace, the thicker the lacing is going to be. And if there's less paint, it's going to be thinner. Okay, right now I got probably about a moderate amount. All right. Okay, so here it goes. Wish me luck. Okay. And place that on there. Just going to go nice and slow. So as I'm doing this, I did not end up using my spinner because somehow it just decided to run into things. So I'm just going to have to freehand it. But that's okay. It's totally okay. All right, how's this looking? Looking pretty good so far. I'm not mad about it. I want to wait a little bit for all this to pop up all around here. And I can tell right now that it is going to look awesome. But this center part right here, I'm not crazy about. So I'm going to use another tool and I'm going to try to swipe that out. Okay. All right. Yeah, now I'm able to turn it. It was stuck before. Why isn't it not stuck now? Use a little bit of a smaller tool here to get that area. Okay. Let's go. Start about like this. I'm going to follow that line. And all the way out. Okay. I may not get too much out of that, but that's okay because I'm still going to wreck it. Let's give it a moment. I took out my my spinner underneath because I don't need it anymore. And it kind of took up too much space, but what I'm going to do now is the marble, okay? And I'm thinking, should I just wait a little longer for these to pop up, or should I just go ahead and go for it? I think I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, why not? Okay, so let me put, all right, where should I put it? What do y'all think? Here's my marble. I found my marble. That was a pun. Yeah, so I'm going to go, you know what, I'm going to start right in the center because I kind of want to go in a circle because that's what I did with the last painting. So I'm going to do it right here with this one. And you know what, I think I'm going to use this area right here. I swiped with that area and I didn't get as much cell action earlier. So I'm probably going to use that, okay, just to swipe in a circle. Now, I want to say this part is challenging because as you're spinning the marble around and trying to make it go where you want, the paint is going all over the place on the side. So it's kind of like you have to multitask and try to have control over both the paint falling off the canvas and the direction of the marble. Okay, so let's go ahead and start it. Okay, go around in a circle. Okay, you see what I mean? All that paint is already coming off. Okay, but I think that's good enough. Man, I'm loving this, and I think right now I'm finally ready to start tilting. So, let's go. Corner to corner. I'm not going to have much negative space in this, but I did not want negative space. Okay. Yeah, I'd definitely say that I use more than enough paint. Oh, this is going to be awesome. As long as I don't F it up. Alright. If I drop a curse word here and there, I mean, God forbid, you know. But I am a Gemini, and things do fly out of my mouth sometimes. So, wow. All right, let's keep going. Damn. Wow. Absolutely incredible. You know, so far I don't regret this part right here. Not at all. Not at all. It just flows. All right. Literally it flows. See? Okay. And And you know what? I might even just get a little negative space up here, but if I do, great. And you can also see the iridescent coming up. I always wonder, like, with my paintings, I'm like, all right, is this one going to be resin worthy? Okay. You ever just like do a painting sometimes and like it's so beautiful and you just want to cry? Because, well, I'm not going to like seriously cry, but the reason being that I say that is because I went through a bit of a slump recently where I was just not producing anything good. And all of a sudden you get that one painting that just helps you with your confidence all over again. I think this one might be it for me. I think it's there's writer's block and then there's, I guess, artist block. All right. So wait, wait a minute. Before I tilt, let's be patient and take your time. I always say take your time with it. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I would like everything else. All right, and I'm not putting my hands over this because obviously they're covered in paint. But there's so much of this painting that I like. But I do want the center part to expand a little bit more. Okay, so I think I'm going to tilt just ever so slowly. A little bit more right there. Okay, let's go this way. All right, now that I had some time to think about it, I think I like it as is. It's very galactic to me. Reminds me of like a snowstorm out in the universe somewhere. But it's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait for the iridescent to dry and then see how it get a final look at how it looks. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I definitely love how this one turned out, and I love how the colors blend. I think the only change I should have made was that I should have spread it a little bit more, but overall I'm happy with it. So tell me what you think, and please feel free to leave any questions, comments, or feedback. And until next time, bye!